Have you ever felt embarrassed or anxious in an intimate moment because things didn't go as planned? You're not alone, and there's no need to feel ashamed. In this video, we explore practical and effective strategies to handle situations when an erection doesn't happen as expected. By watching until the end, you'll discover how to maintain your confidence, strengthen your connection with your partner, and explore new ways to enjoy your intimate moments together. Whether you're looking to enhance your relationship, overcome insecurities, or simply learn more about maintaining a fulfilling sex life, this video provides valuable insights and actionable tips tailored especially for men over 50. Don't miss out on transforming these challenges into opportunities for deeper intimacy and lasting pleasure. Stay with us to empower your love life and build a stronger, more satisfying relationship with your partner. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. Encountering a moment where an erection doesn't happen as anticipated is an experience shared by countless men. It's not an uncommon occurrence, nor is it a reflection of desire, attraction, or masculinity. In our fast-paced lives, where the weight of professional demands, family responsibilities, and day-to-day pressures accumulate, it's no surprise that such a moment can happen. Stress from work deadlines, unresolved family concerns, or simply the overwhelming fatigue from the hustle of daily life can all impact the body's ability to respond in the ways we hope it will. Even something as simple as a heavy meal can be enough to change the dynamic of an intimate encounter. But here's something crucial to remember. These moments are in no way a reflection of your worth, your abilities, or your identity as a man. They serve as reminders of the deeper, more profound elements of intimacy that often go overlooked. True connection, the kind that builds lasting bonds, transcends physical responses or specific outcomes. It's about presence, understanding, and the way you and your partner make each other feel valued, seen, and appreciated. The essence of intimacy lies in the shared journey, not just in the act of intercourse. Intimacy can be expressed in countless beautiful ways, through tender touch, soft, lingering kisses, gentle caresses, and mutual exploration. These moments are often more meaningful than we realize, creating bonds that are felt deeply. While physical performance may be one part of intimacy, it's far from the only one. Your partner's love and attraction are often rooted in so much more than physical acts. They're drawn to the entirety of who you are, the way you make them feel, and the warmth of your presence. And here's something reassuring. For many women, a lack of erection is not a critical issue. What matters most to them is that you're present, emotionally connected, and genuinely invested in the shared experience. Often, it's our insecurities that turn these moments into larger issues than they truly are. Women value vulnerability, honesty, and emotional presence, qualities that deepen the connection beyond physical intimacy. When you're there, fully present and receptive, it transforms the experience, making it fulfilling for both of you. Picture this: you're at a joyful gathering, perhaps a lively celebration surrounded by friends and laughter. Amid the fun, you happen to stumble or trip. Instinctively, you might feel embarrassed, but if you rise with a smile, brushing it off with humor, the moment quickly shifts from awkwardness to lightheartedness. It's no longer an embarrassing episode, but a small, memorable story in a night filled with joy. This is remarkably similar to intimate moments when things don't go exactly as planned. At the moment, it may feel like a significant issue, but it's often our reactions that make all the difference. The first and most powerful step in such a situation is to remain calm. Anxiety can amplify discomfort, making the moment seem more complicated or distressing than it needs to be. Take a deep, centering breath, ground yourself in the present, and recognize that this experience doesn't define you. This calm approach allows you to remain connected with your partner, and to navigate the moment with empathy, acceptance, and openness. When faced with a situation like this, it's natural to feel a twinge of frustration or self-doubt. However, it's essential not to put pressure on yourself to fix the situation. Trying to force an erection or rushing to resolve the moment can introduce tension, ultimately detracting from the intimacy you're sharing. Instead, consider it an opportunity to nurture an atmosphere of warmth, trust, and connection. In these moments, there's a chance to shift the focus from expectations and outcomes to the experience itself. Embrace this as a moment to explore other facets of intimacy, to discover the many ways you can connect deeply with your partner. Move away from thinking of penetration as the focal point and see it as a small part of a larger, richer tapestry of shared pleasure and love. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment one below to let me know that you are still here with me. A touch of humor can work wonders, too, helping to diffuse any residual tension and bring lightness into the moment. Perhaps with a gentle smile, you say, "Looks like we're experiencing a little technical issue tonight, but let's focus on enjoying our time together in other ways." This openness, communicated with warmth and honesty, can be incredibly reassuring for your partner. It shows that you're comfortable, confident, and willing to enjoy the experience for what it is rather than what it could be. This vulnerability, far from being a weakness, is a strength that reveals your genuine self and creates a stronger, more honest bond. In this calm, open space, allow yourselves to explore each other without the pressure of any particular outcome. Use this time to express affection through gentle touch, lingering caresses, and tender kisses. Rediscover the intimacy in simply holding one another, in savoring each touch, each kiss, each shared look. The connection that comes from these gestures is often deeper than we realize. It is a reminder of the many ways we can share love and build closeness without expectations. Move slowly, allowing your hands and lips to communicate what words might not: affection, appreciation, desire. Each caress becomes a gesture of connection, each touch a reminder of the love and acceptance you share. As you embrace this moment, you may even find that this experience becomes a cherished memory, one that speaks to the depth of your connection and the beauty of shared vulnerability. In these moments of openness and acceptance, you create an environment of trust, one where you both feel valued and seen. The bond between you grows stronger, shaped not by flawless performance but by mutual respect, patience, and love. Often, moments like these deepen a relationship, reminding you both that intimacy is about more than any single act. It's a journey you take together, exploring each other with openness and a willingness to be present, whatever form the moment takes. Allowing yourself to be fully present, to let go of expectations, and to simply enjoy the experience as it unfolds, brings you closer in a way that's both profound and lasting. Over time, you may find that these vulnerable moments offer unique gifts, teaching you and your partner more about each other than any perfect experience could. This openness, this gentle acceptance, lays the foundation for a relationship built on genuine intimacy and understanding. In the end, true intimacy isn't defined by perfection or performance, but by the moments of love, presence, and joy that you create together. When you embrace these moments, you're giving your partner a gift that goes beyond physicality. You're offering them the security of knowing that your bond is built on acceptance, mutual respect, and a love that transcends fleeting challenges. So the next time you find yourself in a similar situation, remember that it's an opportunity, a chance to deepen your relationship, to connect on a different level, and to appreciate each other in ways that truly matter. Let this moment remind you that love, like life, is rarely perfect but always beautiful when approached with an open heart. Each shared experience, whether smooth or challenging, contributes to the story of your relationship, enriching it with understanding, laughter, patience, and growth. Embrace these moments, knowing that they are part of a much larger, much more meaningful journey. One that is measured not by physical performance but by the love, trust, and joy you share in each other's company. When faced with a moment where an erection doesn't occur, let this be a gentle reminder that intimacy is far more than one single expectation. Instead of reacting with frustration or doubt, take a deep breath, relax, and embrace the opportunity to approach the moment with calmness, openness, and honesty. This is a time to nurture vulnerability, patience, and tenderness, which are the true pillars of intimacy. Imagine for a moment that you're both playing a cherished game together and unexpectedly, the main piece breaks. But instead of abandoning the game or letting frustration take over, you adapt. You find a different piece or come up with a new strategy that allows you both to continue, to keep the fun and engagement alive. Similarly, if an erection doesn't happen, it's not an end to the moment or pleasure. It's simply a shift, an invitation to explore new paths of connection and joy. Embracing creativity and a willingness to adapt can lead to a shared experience that's even richer and more profound than what you initially expected. One beautiful way to nurture this connection is by focusing on oral intimacy. With your mouth and tongue, you can give your partner intense pleasure, creating a shared experience that is both physically satisfying and emotionally enriching. Many women reach deep levels of pleasure and fulfillment through oral stimulation, with some even experiencing intense climaxes. Imagine that each gentle touch of your lips and each soft brush of your tongue is like painting a masterpiece of connection and closeness, tailored uniquely to her. Take your time, beginning with light and lingering kisses that set a slow, tantalizing pace. There's no rush here, only an invitation to savor every sensation. You're not merely offering her pleasure. You're sending a powerful message of dedication and attentiveness, showing her that her happiness and satisfaction are your priority at this moment. As you trace the contours of her body, you're allowing each caress and movement to communicate care, warmth, and adoration. In this exploration, remember that there's no need to follow a strict technique. Instead, let her natural responses be your guide. Watch how her body reacts, listen to her breathing, feel the rhythm of her heartbeat. These subtle cues are more than reactions. They're invitations guiding you toward what brings her the greatest pleasure. If she responds positively to a specific touch or movement, allow yourself to linger there, adjusting your rhythm and approach to enhance her experience. This isn't about following a script. It's about creating a moment that is alive, responsive, and shared between you. Let it be a dance where her body's reactions are the music, and your touch becomes the choreography, guided purely by the connection you share. This level of attentiveness doesn't just bring physical pleasure. It creates a memory that she will cherish long after, a moment where she feels completely seen, valued, and loved. Additionally, using your hands can provide deeply fulfilling pleasure. Manual stimulation can be profoundly satisfying, especially when focused on areas like her clitoris and G-spot. Each of these areas holds the potential for intense and gratifying sensations. The clitoris, being incredibly sensitive, can bring about powerful feelings when touched with gentle and attentive care. Begin with slow, circular movements, keeping your touch soft yet purposeful. Pay close attention to how her body responds to each change in rhythm or pressure. Notice if her breathing quickens, if her body tenses or relaxes, and let these signals guide your touch. Each movement becomes a language of its own, a way of expressing love, desire, and presence that words could never fully capture. The G-spot, located inside her body, holds its secrets to pleasure. With your fingers, apply gentle pressure in a slow, rhythmic motion, as if tracing patterns of affection that resonate within her. This area can be sensitive in unique ways, so remember to approach it with care, allowing her body to respond naturally. Her reactions here may be subtle at first, but with patience and attentiveness, you'll begin to understand the touches that bring her joy. Every woman's preferences are unique, and by paying attention to her responses, you can adapt your approach in a way that honors her needs and enhances her pleasure. Imagine that each touch is a message, each caress a vow of your commitment to making her feel cherished and desired. While exploring these alternatives, let the experience be guided by connection and closeness. Use soft, lingering touches and tender caresses. Make eye contact, share gentle smiles, and communicate non-verbally that her comfort and happiness are at the center of your attention. In these quiet, intimate gestures, you're showing her that intimacy is more than physical performance. It's an expression of the love, care, and tenderness that defines your relationship. By focusing on her and immersing yourself in her pleasure, you reassure her that she's adored, and this reassurance can be far more fulfilling than any single act. This moment of shared vulnerability and connection allows both of you to experience a depth of intimacy that transcends any physical expectation. Imagine that this experience is not only about sharing pleasure but about creating a memory that both of you will carry forward. Even without an erection, you're crafting an intimate story filled with emotional richness and physical satisfaction. As you explore these alternatives together, you're nurturing the bond that unites you, showing that true intimacy is about adapting, understanding, and loving one another through every moment, expected or unexpected. You're proving that closeness isn't confined to any single experience, but is found in the tenderness, openness, and trust you bring to each other. In this shared journey, you're transforming what might have been a moment of frustration into an experience of profound connection, reminding her that she's cherished and that your bond is stronger than any physical challenge. Allow this experience to be a new chapter in your relationship, a chapter that teaches both of you that intimacy isn't limited to the expectations society often places on it. It's a journey unique to the two of you, full of discoveries and surprises. Embrace each touch, each caress, each shared glance as a testament to the depth of your connection. Let this moment be a reminder that love, patience, and mutual respect form the foundation of your relationship, a foundation that only grows stronger with each shared experience. As you both walk away from this moment, you'll carry with you the knowledge that true intimacy is about more than physical closeness. It's the presence, care, and emotional support that you offer to each other, making every shared experience a treasure in the story of your love. In embracing this approach, you're showing her that she is valued, seen, and cherished beyond measure, creating an environment of trust and affection that deepens with every touch and every look. This commitment to nurturing intimacy, no matter the circumstances, will leave both of you feeling more connected than ever, solidifying a bond that is built on mutual love, respect, and understanding. In this space of complete openness and shared vulnerability, you'll find that the true essence of love goes far beyond the physical. It's the unwavering commitment to each other's happiness and well-being, a commitment that turns every moment into one of joy, comfort, and fulfillment. Imagine yourself in a card game. You sit around a table, surrounded by the anticipation of your fellow players, each one holding their hand close, studying their cards, their eyes flashing with a mix of confidence and strategy. You lift your cards and, in an instant, a wave of disappointment trickles through you. They're simply not what you'd hoped for. They aren't the strong hand you'd envisioned that would secure your victory. But rather than broadcasting your disappointment, explaining the unluckiness of the draw, or defending why you might not win, you simply lean into the game, accepting the hand you've been dealt. You take a calming breath, decide to make the most of each card, and find a way to enjoy the challenge for what it is, one decision at a time. This approach, so rooted in self-assurance, translates profoundly into moments of intimacy. Imagine a scenario where things aren't going as expected, where perhaps an erection doesn't happen, or things don't feel quite in sync. The urge to explain is immediate, almost instinctual. It's common to want to reassure or explain with words like, "I think I'm just nervous," or "this never usually happens." But much like justifying a weak hand in that card game, those words, although well-intentioned, often add layers of tension. They can create an undercurrent of pressure, self-doubt, and a disconnect from the very moment that intimacy aims to capture. Instead, imagine choosing silence, a calm, intentional silence. Rather than reaching for explanations, you reach for your partner, showing through your presence, your touch, and your attention that this moment is about more than any one thing. Without the need for apologies or justifications, you create a space that embraces both of you. You are present, fully and sincerely, focused not on what isn't, but on what is. The closeness, the warmth, and the shared experience that intimacy brings. This mindful approach builds a space of quiet understanding. Instead of letting words disrupt the moment, you let your actions speak, infusing the connection with comfort and acceptance. It's about adapting together, with a sense of curiosity rather than concern. When we let go of the need to explain, we allow room for something deeper, something that transcends the physical. In this quiet, undisturbed space, you can explore the incredible possibilities that intimacy offers beyond a single outcome. Redirecting attention to other forms of connection allows you to dive deeper into the realm of pleasure and closeness. Simple touches, gentle caresses, tender kisses. These are all languages of love and desire. They communicate care, presence, and attentiveness, creating a bond that doesn't rely on perfection but thrives on authenticity. When you approach the moment with this openness, you and your partner feel grounded, creating an experience that is genuine, fulfilling, and devoid of pressure. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. If you feel the urge to say something, choose words that enhance the moment rather than detract from it. A soft, reassuring phrase like, "I want to make this time special with you," or "let's discover each other in new ways," can replace explanations, guiding both of you back to the present. These words don't apologize or diminish. They affirm a commitment to each other's pleasure, to the shared journey of connection, regardless of any momentary hiccup. In doing so, you invite a sense of calm, a chance for both of you to focus fully on each other. When you allow yourself and your partner to let go of expectations and simply experience the closeness, it opens doors to richer expressions of intimacy. Every touch, every lingering glance, every gentle movement becomes a language of connection that speaks louder than words. You're building something together that is defined not by performance but by presence. This presence can be amplified through other forms of pleasure, ones that don't rely on any single expectation. Oral intimacy is one such path, offering an exquisitely personal way to connect and share pleasure. This intimate act, one that engages the senses in profound ways, allows you to communicate love and desire through the gentle language of your mouth, your lips, and your tongue. Begin slowly, tracing soft patterns, letting your touch be a gentle invitation. The area around her clitoris and vulva is sensitive and responsive, each light caress inviting her into a dance of sensation. Explore with a sense of wonder, allowing your movements to follow her responses. Observe her reactions closely, the small cues that reveal her pleasure. A sigh, a subtle shift, a deep breath. These signals become your guide, a roadmap to what she enjoys most. If she relaxes into you, if her sounds of satisfaction grow, you know you're in harmony. But intimacy is fluid, and being attuned means noticing even the smallest changes. If she adjusts her position or her body language shifts, it may be a gentle signal to try something new. Embrace this rhythm of giving and receiving, letting each new touch reveal the depth of the connection you're creating together. One of the beautiful aspects of oral intimacy is its endless variety. Don't be confined to one technique or one movement. Let your exploration be dynamic. Try a light, circular motion with your tongue, then transition into firmer strokes or subtle, teasing touches. The variation invites layers of sensation, enhancing the experience and keeping the pleasure alive and evolving. It's a dance that invites you both to be fully present, immersed in each other. And as you explore her body, remember that intimacy isn't confined to one area. It's the sum of countless small, thoughtful actions. Perhaps you let your hands softly trace along her body, or maybe you bring your lips to explore other sensitive areas. The inside of the vagina can also respond beautifully to gentle, focused stimulation, adding a new dimension to the pleasure you share. Every touch, every movement, is a way to communicate desire, admiration, and the deep affection you feel. In focusing on shared pleasure, on the nuances of each sensation and each reaction, you create an atmosphere where both of you can lose yourselves in the moment. This approach transforms intimacy from a single act into an experience of discovery, where every touch and every movement speaks of connection, trust, and mutual respect. It's an invitation to explore pleasure together, without judgment, without pressure, a chance to be vulnerable and open, to let each moment carry you deeper into each other's presence. By embracing this mindset, by letting go of expectations and focusing on shared pleasure, you create an environment that feels safe, natural, and profoundly intimate. The experience becomes more than physical. It becomes a shared journey, one built on the simple joy of being close, of exploring each other's needs and desires with an open heart. In those moments, when all that matters is the connection between you, the feeling of being together becomes something sacred, a memory you both can cherish, a reminder of the beauty of presence and the power of love. In the intimate world of shared pleasure, words are often unnecessary. It's a connection felt and experienced, not spoken. The quiet language of touch, the tender exchanges of breath, and the attuned awareness of one another's reactions form a profound communication. In these moments, every subtle movement, every small gasp or quiet sigh is a cue, a guide inviting you to explore deeper. When you immerse yourself fully, focusing on the subtle signals of her body, a dance of intuitive connection unfolds. It's as if her responses paint a roadmap to her pleasure, showing you when to move, when to stay, and when to increase the pressure or soften your touch. By tuning into her reactions, you become more than just her lover. You become the orchestrator of her bliss, guiding her closer to satisfaction with each delicate adjustment. There's beauty in this level of attentiveness, in letting her body guide you without words, so that every sensation is heightened, every gesture feels intentional. If you sense that a particular rhythm or pressure is bringing her joy, let it linger, allow her to revel in it. When her breathing quickens or she presses closer, take it as an invitation to delve even further, to maintain that rhythm and deepen her experience. Conversely, if her reactions suggest a need for change, let your movements adapt fluidly, adjusting until you find the path that resonates most with her desires. This adaptability doesn't just enhance the physical experience. It creates a space where both of you feel safe, understood, and deeply connected. A space that's alive with mutual trust and unspoken understanding. In times when the body may not respond exactly as expected, when achieving a full erection is challenging, for instance, the moment still holds vast potential for exploration, satisfaction, and intimacy. Rather than seeing this as a limitation, view it as an opportunity to expand your approach to pleasure, diving deeper into alternative forms of touch, rhythm, and connection. By focusing on her pleasure, you're showing her that what matters most is this shared experience, and that your priority is to make her feel adored, fulfilled, and completely seen. This dedication to her pleasure becomes a powerful bridge between you, one that transcends any fleeting physical obstacle and reminds you both that intimacy is ultimately about connection, not perfection. Every gesture and every touch can be infused with intention and tenderness. Let your hands explore slowly and thoughtfully, letting them linger on her skin, tracing patterns that speak of your desire and admiration. Consider each inch of her body an invitation to connect more deeply. Let your fingers map her contours, feeling the warmth of her skin under your palms. Your lips, too, become instruments of pleasure, alternating between soft, lingering kisses and bolder, more passionate caresses. Notice how she reacts to each variation, adjusting your technique to amplify her pleasure. Your touch becomes a symphony of sensations, and as you observe her responses, you begin to fine-tune the experience to match her unique rhythms and desires. With your tongue, explore a spectrum of movements and pressures, allowing for both delicate and more intense sensations. Try tracing the outline of her clitoris with gentle precision, feeling how the subtle motion ignites her senses. Then, shifts to broader, sweeping motions that envelop her in warmth, evoking a different kind of pleasure. Each transition, each change in pressure and rhythm, builds anticipation and keeps the experience exciting, fresh, and attuned to her needs. Being open to variety and observing her every response means she's experiencing pleasure designed uniquely for her, a reflection of your care and attentiveness to her desires. Beyond touch, your breath plays an unexpectedly powerful role in enhancing the experience. Synchronizing your breath with the rhythm of your movements creates a harmonious flow, a seamless connection that brings you both into a shared rhythm. Breathing deeply and steadily, in time with your touch, infuses the moment with an almost hypnotic intimacy. This alignment of breath, touch, and movement can draw her into a state of complete surrender, where her focus shifts entirely to the sensations you're creating together. And as you breathe together, each inhale and exhale becomes an act of communion, a silent pledge that you're fully present with her, attuned to every beat of her pleasure. The act of coordinating your breathing with your movements not only elevates the physical experience, but also creates a sense of grounding and unity. Your steady breath can guide her breathing, encouraging her to relax, let go, and sink even deeper into the experience. In moments when your breathing aligns perfectly with the ebb and flow of your touch, the pleasure feels almost otherworldly, as if time itself is slowed, leaving only the two of you in this timeless moment of connection. When you experiment with varied techniques, you offer her an array of sensations that keep the experience endlessly engaging and tantalizing. Use the tip of your tongue to trace delicate, intricate patterns around her clitoris, feeling how even the smallest shift in movement can elicit a wave of response. Then, alternate with broader, slower strokes across her vulva, savoring the warmth and softness of her skin against you. This balance of precision and expansiveness creates a dynamic rhythm, one that keeps her constantly anticipating, guessing, and feeling deeply in tune with you. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. The magic of oral pleasure lies in its ability to evolve moment by moment. Her responses serve as a guide, leading you toward techniques that heighten her pleasure and away from those that don't resonate as deeply. By staying in tune with her body and being willing to adapt, you create an environment where her pleasure is prioritized, celebrated, and continuously nurtured. This level of attentiveness conveys a profound message: that her fulfillment is your goal, that her joy and satisfaction matter more than anything else in this shared moment. Through these practices, you're not only providing physical pleasure, you're deepening the emotional bond between you, building trust and intimacy that extends far beyond the bedroom. The awareness you bring to her needs, the gentleness in your touch, and the willingness to explore all avenues of connection tell her that she's cherished, desired, and deeply valued. When you approach each moment with a spirit of exploration and a focus on her pleasure, you create a powerful space for intimacy, where vulnerability is met with care and pleasure is shared openly. Even when physical challenges arise, these moments of attentive intimacy remind both of you that connection is what truly matters. With every breath, every gentle adjustment, and every moment of synchronized rhythm, you weave a tapestry of shared experience, one that will linger in both your memories as a testament to the depth of your bond. Together, you create something lasting and beautiful, a shared journey of discovery, pleasure, and profound connection that transcends words and lives in the unspoken, powerful language of intimacy. As we reach the end of this journey into the art of attentive intimacy, I hope you've gained some valuable insights into how subtle gestures, a tender touch, and mindful breathing can transform moments with your partner into something truly extraordinary. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What have you learned so far? What's one thing you'll take from this video and bring into practice in your own life? Share your thoughts below. Your reflections might just inspire someone else on their own journey. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content that deepens connection and celebrates intimacy. Thank you for watching.